Is it good? Wait for that to load.
I'm really hoping. It says the scheduled live stream hasn't started yet.
Refresh the page real quick.
I did.
I think we're live.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on, Jeremiah?
Nothing much this year.
Let me try one more thing really quick.
Hopefully. I think we might be live. We're just trying to get this going on the YouTube. We got like double desk here. That's my desk, and then this is Paul's desk. So like back to back.
Hold on, dude. Let me sit real quick. Hold on. Yeah, for some reason, it's not like the link we're on is working. In terms of the link that we're sent out, it should work. I don't know why it's saying it's scheduled for a different time. Let me check something real quick. Links. Event page. Nick, I'm going to send something else to you, okay? On Facebook.
Oh, yeah, we're live, man.
Oh, it's working?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Solid. Did not know that it would do that. So, cool. Cool beans. All right, man, if you want to kick off the call.
Cool beans. All right, sweet. What's going on, guys? Little technical difficulties trying to figure this out. I haven't really done a hangout in a little while. Google kind of makes it complicated to start these things up. But for those of you guys, we got Timothy on the call, and we got, what's your name, my man?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, nice to finally meet you, my man. But yeah, for those of you guys that are watching this on YouTube right now, we're going to give you guys a lot of good information on this call. And this call is specifically for people that are part of, MLSP, My Lead System Pro. If you guys don't know what that is, don't worry, we're going to get into that in a little bit. But we're going to break this down for you guys on a system and a method and a plan of action that we've been doing over the past, couple months inside of our business. And specifically what we've been doing, over the past few weeks to produce some crazy results. I'm going to be passing the call off to Paul in a little bit. He's going to break down what he's been doing. He's produced some crazy results, you guys. Around like 9 people the past week. And the guy's work ethic is insane. We learn a lot from each other. As you guys can see, like, you got my desk right there, his desk right here. So we work in the same office over here in Bozeman, Montana. But with that being said, you guys, I want Paul to hop on this call. We're gonna make it short, sweet, to the point. Give you guys a lot of time on a Sunday to do things that you want. Go hang out with your family, whatever you guys want to do. Watch sports or something, or just get grinding back on the business. But with that, Paul's gonna be breaking down the exact method that we're gonna be teaching you guys over the next couple months. What we're gonna be doing, not only on a weekly basis, but on a daily basis. Because if you guys have hopped on any of the Wednesday webinars that MLSP has, and listened to like Ray Higdon, he talks about the most powerful thing that you can have is a daily routine. Sometimes it can be hard to find that motivation to really put in the work on a daily basis. And when you do have the motivation, it's kind of hard to figure out what should you be doing with the extra time that you have, when you're off work, when you're off school, when you're off from sports, whatever it is that you guys do, and how you can implement the amount of time that you have in a period of 8 hours per day or whatever you're doing, 2 hours per day, and use that to the max max effort and get the max results out of it. So with that being said, you guys, I'm just gonna have Paul hop on here and break it down. Then we're gonna have you guys share your stories in a little bit. But yeah.
Okay, so actually, Paul Evacola here, you guys. Welcome to the call for those of you guys who are watching. And for those of you guys on the replay here in the near future, I'm gonna grab a drink of water before I get, cotton mouth and my mouth gets all dry.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't smoke, by the way. I don't smoke. So for those of you guys who smoke, we're not gonna be friends here from here on out. Anyways, wait, don't you smoke, Tim? No, I'm kidding. Anyways, so here's the deal, you guys. Actually, could I have you guys mute your microphones right now so we don't have any cross sounds, cross noise, whatever it may be. Sometimes that gets pretty bad here and there. And then we're going to get into this thing. So first things first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Paul Evacola, 23 years old now, and all I can say is, my life's pretty good. I don't work a job anymore. I used to. And, there's nothing wrong with working hard at a job. I did plenty of them, and personally, I think it's really good character building. If you have a good attitude at your job, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a good attitude towards everything else in life. If you have a bad attitude at your job, you're going to have a bad attitude at everything else. And the reality is, I don't know about you guys, but I think an attitude says a lot about your character. It says a lot about how far you're going to go in life, right? So anyways, what I want to do before I actually go over this system, this method, whatever you're doing right now, whether it be, network marketing, affiliate marketing, your own brick and mortar business, whatever it is, I'm going to show you how you can use a system like MLSP to get some real results in the online world. But, before I do, I want to introduce, my man, Timothy Deneve. I actually got to meet him out in Utah about this last March, I think. March, right?
Yeah.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those things. I saw the guy, I was like, dude, this kid's work ethic is just insane. And not only the work ethic, but the energy. The energy that this guy brings to the table, all right, is on a whole different level. Like, I thought I had energy until I met him. So, anyways, this guy gets some serious results in his own, network marketing company. He's in the military right now. I saw him with, like, a picture of, like, 80 guns, and I was like, dude, that is, he was having a little too much fun. Anyways, I want to introduce Timothy. I want him to give you his quick background. I don't want you to go over too much. I want to keep this call a little shorter than longer. Usually they get really long. So I want you to go over a little bit about your background, and then from there, talk about the system. Talk about why you started up with MLSP and what value you see in it.
All right, perfect. Thanks a lot, Paul. Thanks a lot, and for all your viewers out there, really, really quick and dirty on me. I'm from a family of 8, from a small town from McMurray, Alberta, Canada, and basically, the way I was raised and the way I was growing up and the way I basically was integrated into society was just through a regular 9-to-5 job, right? And back in Fort McMurray, it's an opportunity town. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money out there, and 6-figure income is basically a normal thing out there. But you got to work long hours, 12, 14 hours away from home, that kind of stuff, away from family. You don't have much time to do what you want to do with your life. And sure, you're making a decent amount of money, but you have no time to spend that money, right? And that is something that I looked at, and I was like, I don't really want that kind of a lifestyle, so I started looking elsewhere, right? Quick and dirty, I started up in the network marketing business about 11 months ago now. Since then, I've been able to basically get to the #1 distributor in Canada for said company, and I've been able to make a decent income from home, right? It pays the bills, it does whatever it needs to do for me to get some extra income coming in, and I can use that where need be, and it's all based on like I said, my work ethic, that kind of stuff, right? Now, in order to take it further, I seen MLSP, right? I came across MLSP, and that is something that when I came across originally, I had been following Ray Higdon, a guy who's promoting MLSP a lot. He's the one who got started with it, 6 years ago, and it changed his perspective on marketing in general, right? Instead of going out and chasing people and chasing prospects are actually coming to you because you provide them the value. You provide value to the marketplace, and that's something that I really wanted to learn and really wanted to get to know more of, and how I can provide value to the marketplace and that kind of stuff, right? So I wanted to discover those methods. I wanted to discover that methodology and be able to implement it into my business, right, in order to get more results. And the greatest thing about it was the one thing that really sold me on it was just to be able to have prospects calling me, texting me, emailing me every single day without fail. Because that is exactly what happens for Ray Higdon. That's exactly what happens for thousands of MLSP members on a daily basis, right? And that is just where I'm at right now with my head. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get started. Like I was telling Paul, I just went through step 1, and I was just like, holy smokes, this is awesome. I can't wait to go. And yeah, that's just basically quick and dirty. Timothy Deneve. Done.
All right. We're going to have him host some more calls here in the near future, and I'll talk about that call schedule here in a bit, and why that's actually so valuable and important to you. For those of you guys who are actually watching this right now, and, like I said, in the replays and in the future, we're going to be sending this out in broadcast and whatnot. The next person I want to introduce is a boy by the name of Jeremiah. He's actually not a boy. I just call him my boy. Long story short, you guys. Yeah, Tim, could you actually mute your back just in case we get any, you know how to do that? Cool. So Jeremiah, I actually got the chance to meet him, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. One of the most inspired kids that I've met in a while. In terms of wanting to learn and grow, his teachability index is up here. Okay, and by teachability index, there's a lot of people out there who think they know a lot of things, but that's what holds them where they are. Jeremiah, the first time we hopped on a call, he was so open to advice. He was so open to learning, and that's one thing that struck me, struck a chord with me, and I was like, I want to be able to teach someone like this. I want to be working with someone like this. He just got started in a network marketing company not too long ago, already going to be popping ranks, I can tell, and, obviously sees value in MLSP. So tell me a little bit about your background, man, how you got started really quick. Again, don't keep it too long. Some of us want to be inspirational speakers here, right? I think we all are. Don't keep it too long. However, tell me what you see, in terms of value of MLSP as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm an electrician currently, but I got started in Kyani, MLM company. I'm brand new to network marketing. I joined about a month ago. I'm finishing my first month. Let's see. Like my first month, I didn't really have too much success. I wasn't coached right. I didn't have the right skills. But then, I reached out on Instagram. I started motivating myself more. I started getting to myself into the person that I wanted to be. And then next thing I know, Paul hits me up and he's like, "Hey man, I like what you do. If you could just text me and message me on Facebook." And I was like, "Yeah, right on, man." So I hit him up. Next thing I know, like he tells me to get on a call. He's giving me training. I'm like, "Wow, like this is amazing training, dude. Like I'm gonna go take this to my team like right away." It was just such amazing training that I had to share it right away. And I noticed I started to develop myself more as a leader with Paul. And like he was telling me that like let's do business because I was telling him, I was like, "Wow, like your leadership has helped my company so much. Like I wanna do business with you, man." So he's like, "Okay, well let's get you started with what I'm doing, MLSP." I was like, "Oh wow, well, I've never heard of it." And I even asked some of my mentors on Kyani. They're like, "Well, I've never heard of it. I just build." And I was like, "Okay, well, like I'm open to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this out." And then I went and actually I completed all the steps today on the beginning. So I already actually started getting my autoresponder set up, and now I'm ready getting set up to start having the prospects coming. I just got to meet up with Paul. We're gonna get it set up, but like just thanks to MLSP and to Paul especially for the amazing guidance and the mentorship, because that's really what MLSP is all based about. We're here to help network marketers. Doesn't matter what company you're in, who you rep, what you do. We're here to just help grow, and that's what I like really about MLSP, and also the amazing mentorship that you can get one-on-one, personal, because that's the way I learned personally, and it's just it's a blessing to have someone come into your life and show you a brand new way that not a lot of people are open to. And like I'm ready to take this to the next level with Paul. And like I said, that's a quick background on me. I'm in Kyani, so thank you all for hearing me out.
Awesome, man. I really appreciate that. Can you mute your computer now or wherever you're at?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so hold up. Someone asked me for the link now. I want to send that real quick. Cool. All right, awesome. So you guys, quick background on me, and then, we're going to get into this whole thing. I'm going to give you the 5 steps to getting started, where I guess, once you're inside of MLSP. If you're not involved with MLSP yet and you're watching this, I highly recommend you do. Yeah, and, there's a lot of reasons you may or may not, but I'm going to give you some reasons as to why, I personally am fully convicted and convinced that MLSP is like your platform to help you take your life to a next level. Because most people inside of the marketing industry, what they do is they go out there, share, their product, their comp plan, their opportunity with, the closest people in their market or whatever, and they only get the result that they get, and then from there on out, they stop learning and stop growing. Maybe they'll listen to audio here and there. MLSP is continual learning. It's continual growth. It's literally being involved with a community where, thousands and thousands of people are using the exact same platform to take their business to the next level. So that being said, okay, I'm Paul Avicoli, 23 years old. I was born in San Diego, moved up to Montana when I was 14 with my parents, actually on my own. I was making about 10 grand a month at 14. No, I'm kidding. And so 14 years old, we moved up to Montana, and it was a pretty big change for me. And it was actually kind of rough on my family because I think that was close to 2008 where the market was really, really hurting, right? And so when we moved to Montana, we had no money. My dad wasn't getting much work anymore. He had to stay back down in California. I was up here with my mom. We were living in this house. My dad was paying for 2 places. It was a lot of money for them, especially when my dad wasn't working as much. And so, long story short, we were pretty damn broke. And by broke, I mean my mom would cry because she couldn't afford to pay for things when she wanted to. You know, like when she wanted to take care of us. You know, it's kind of I don't want to make you guys cry here. Long story short, I knew at that point in time I needed something in my life, and I was only 14. But you know, some kids have to grow up a little faster than others, right? So when I was 14, I realized, you know, I'm gonna go and do something so I can provide for my family in the future. You know, and it wasn't until I was a sophomore in college that the opportunity didn't really come along. I heard about network marketing for the first time, which is a little over 3.5 years ago, from actually Nick Anderson here, along with a guy by the name of John Harrington. They came out to Bozeman, Montana. My brother was on their team, and they just spat, you know, they just basically like puked on us all this information about Vima, which was the company that we were involved with, if you guys have heard of it. And when I heard about this thing, I was a little skeptical. I didn't sign up right away. And then here's the funny thing. You know, I don't believe you need to know all the information to get started with anything. I just think you have to have the right inspirations and motivations. So me personally, you know, I didn't get started. I was the kid who was asking a bunch of questions. I heard of those pyramid things. I was, you know, kind of skeptical. I was the one who literally walked into the room. I remember they were there, and Nick lied about his income at the time, right? Because everyone, when they started network marketing, oh, I'm making like 12 grand a month. No, you're not, dude, right? So, you know, I remember him and John kind of lied about their income, and I saw them as, you know, 19-year-old kids. I think you were 20 at the time, right? 19-year-old and 20-year-old kid who were making like $1,500 and $4 grand a month, and I was like asking them question after question. I remember I was the one in there interrogating them, and I remember leaving that room, and I was like, I'm not going to do that because I just think it's bullshit. So, anyways. You know, I did think they were making money. I just didn't think it was real enough. And then about 2 weeks later, we had another 80 people added to the team, and I was like, okay, dude, this is getting ridiculous. The growth is getting a little crazy. I'm missing out on a lot of people and money, and I don't care if it's a pyramid scheme. I'm joining because I need some money. So I joined. And, you know, 3.5 years later, you know, basically I failed up until 2 years ago, you know, I started making some decent money. And I realized, you know, I'd gone from the warm market to the cold market into, you know, basically the online market, and I realized, you know, there's nothing better than being able to basically become the hunted in your business instead of the hunter. To have people chasing you down, asking for your business card, as opposed to you going out there and adding people to your list when they don't even want to be there. And, you know, I started to learn about all these concepts, and Nick and I have been working together on all these types of things and learning how to build capture pages and learning how to use systems like MLSP. But we're spending a lot of money each month, you know, $300, $400 per month just on the tools, the training. You know, I mean, I'd spent like $15,000 plus, $20,000 plus dollars on training in the past 3 years. Nick, like $30,000. So we spent a lot of money to get everything that, you know, you'd basically be getting with MLSP. So long story short here, MLSP, I have not built up a conviction like this in any other company besides the very first one that I joined. And then you obviously lose a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration. You feel like, you know, things aren't going to work out. Jeremiah, if you haven't hit that point in your business, I hope you don't. But most people do. Most people go through those ruts, and I did, right? And so it's been a long time coming, but I really do have this steel armor on me that says, hey, you know, MLSP is the platform and the system that you need to build your business. Because if you don't get the right tools, you don't get the right training, you're going to be stuck there like most network marketers, bumping your head 5 years later saying, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? Right? So anyways, you guys, you know, I hope that I know that was a little longer than it should have gone. I hope, you know, you kind of built up this belief a little bit more inside of using the system. So that being said, I want to go over the first 5 steps to basically getting your start with MLSP, okay? And this is very, very important. So for even those of you guys, you know, Jeremiah and Timothy, for those of you guys on the call tonight, I need you to pull out a pen and a paper and start taking some notes here, okay? I need you guys to do this because this is very, very, very important to your success inside of MLSP and more importantly to the culture. I want you guys to get plugged into the culture here because here's the reality. Companies come and go, okay? Teachers come and go. But I think MLSP is honestly here to stay. It's been here since 2008. And you can use the community and the platform and the system and, you know, the people and the tools to build whatever business you're in. So here's the funny thing. When I got started in network marketing, I thought that was the it company. I thought that was all that was going to be. That's all that ever was. I literally was like, this is the only thing that's in the world. Okay? Obviously, that didn't actually happen. I went and joined another company. And then another time I joined another company. So here's my point. You know, even if you are going to stick around with your company for the next 5 to 10 years, these are skill sets that you can use to build whatever you want in life. And I'm being dead serious about that. People who actually have brick and mortar businesses use the online marketing methods here inside of MLSP to build their brand, build their business. Okay, so the very first step, okay, take notes here, you guys, is I want you to watch the Lisa Torres video. Okay, and I know for those of you guys who are on the call and don't know where that link is, don't worry about it. At the end of this call, I'm actually going to direct you to our group, the Marketing Elite. I'm going to make a post inside of that group, and I'm going to give you all of the links to all the steps. Okay, but the very first step is watch the Lisa Torres training video. Now, in the future, we may come out with our own. I'm just too lazy to do that crap. I'm going to be honest with you. Like if she already has a good training video, I don't need to go and make one. And I think it's a pretty solid training video. You know, a lot of people, I know Tim was just telling us, he went and did the start here. And in all honesty, getting started with MLSP can be very, very, very intimidating. There's way too many tabs back there. There's so much going on. I'm not kidding. It's analysis by paralysis by analysis. You're analyzing, you're seeing so much stuff, you literally don't know where to start. I'm not a huge believer in giving people multiple options, because the reality is when you give people options, 9 times out of 10, they simply don't take action. They don't move. They're paralyzed. So usually I just give people one option, one thing to do, and once they do that, then they move on. Well, MLSP, I'm going to be honest with you, doesn't have the best start here training. Like, there's just so much to do, you're like, it's overwhelming. So long story short, Lisa Torres put this video together. It's about an hour long that shows you exactly everything you need to do to actually get a start inside of MLSP and feel comfortable using the platform. The most important parts of MLSP are in that video. She also talks a little bit about quitting and why, quitters suck. Period. End of story. If you're going to quit, you suck. In my personal opinion, you never make it in life quitting. Okay? And I know, it's very polarized, but the reality is I like to work with people that want to work with me. I like to work with people who aren't quitters, right? So next thing, you guys, once you watch that video, you actually follow through with that. The second step, okay, is you're going to want to make a video. Now, this is going to be tough for a lot of you guys. It's going to be tough, and I'm going to tell you a story. It's going to be tough for a lot of you guys. I want you to make a video for 7 days straight. That means if you're watching this call right now, you two on the call, including the viewers, and this is a new system that I'm going to start to implement every single time someone gets started, because I want to see the difference it makes in their lives and in your life after 7 days of you making a video. I don't care what it's about, okay? So here's the deal, you guys. Quick story. When I got started making videos, I remember I actually used to watch this kid by the name of Derek Alexander inside of this company called Vimo. And Derek, he had a real gift for speaking on camera. He had a gift for speaking. He grew up with a dad that was a public speaker, and so that was always my excuse. Oh, he's got a dad that's a public speaker. He used to learn to speak and everything. But the reality is, it's a skill you need to develop if you're trying to be serious about your business. Speaking, communicating, right? It's a skill set, and it's going to pay you a lot more money than most other skill sets. There's public speakers out there that make $1 million in an hour. In an hour. Being up on a stage in front of people. But the number one fear for people, the number one fear before death, is standing in front of a crowd and speaking. Public speaking is the number one fear. More people are afraid of that, more afraid of that, than they are of dying. I think that's funny. And so, when I first got started making videos, I'm not kidding, I did about 1,000 takes, so don't feel like you're going to be left out and everything. I think Tim's on a different level a little bit, because he's also been doing a lot of videos, which is good. But the reality is, I was scared shitless. I was there, and I was taking take after take. I remember it made my girlfriend keep refilming. She's like, God, are you going to be done with this thing yet? I was like, nope, not until I get the perfect take. You don't need the perfect take. You don't need it. You don't need it. All I want you to do is make these videos and post them on a YouTube channel and share them, okay? And if you're too scared to share, then you're too scared to ever go do anything else in life. Because the reality is, that was me. I was the person that I was shaking, my knees were shaking, I was sweating, I was worried about what people thought of me, I didn't like my teeth all the way on camera, and there were all these things that I would pick up about myself, but you got to realize, people view you in a completely different light than you view yourself. So some people are going to view you in a worse way, some people are going to view you in a more positive way, okay, but the reality is, most people are going to view you in a lot better way when they're watching you on camera, because you had the guts to do it, than you view yourself. I once heard this quote, and it's not really a quote, it's just a saying, that there was this study that was done where these people, they actually started to, brain map or mind map and all of that stuff. And long story short, they said, the average person, if they're not really congruent with who they are, If they saw themselves in public, they wouldn't even recognize themselves, because you see yourself in the mirror all the time. You have this self-image ingrained in your head about yourself that's completely different than other people. So if you were to actually see yourself, like a clone of yourself in public walking across you, you wouldn't even recognize yourself, is my point, because you have a completely different self-view than the world. So my point here, right, is that not weird? So here's my point. Don't worry about what you need to, how good you need to look, if your hair is perfect, if you didn't put makeup on this morning. I know you do that, Tim. If you didn't put makeup on this morning, if something just wasn't right, you're like, one of the funniest things, I hated my voice on camera. I really hated my voice on camera, and I think most people hate their voice on camera the first time they do it. But I want you to understand that this is less about how you look and more about you growing. Less about how you look in front of everyone else and more about you growing. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. So the reality is, if you're not doing anything to grow, well, then you're wasting your time. You might as well quit your business and then just quit life. And you can't do that. No one's going to do that forever. You're either going to wallow away in your self-pity or you're going to grow. And I obviously choose the latter. And I know you guys too, because you're here, right? So here's my point. I need you to make a video for the next 7 days and publish them on YouTube. If you don't want to do that, it's honestly pretty simple. Go to YouTube and look up how to publish a YouTube video. Like there's plenty of videos there. All right? I need you to publish it on YouTube or post it on Facebook. I need you to do that. And for those of you guys that do that and can share that with me on a daily basis, share that with Nick on a daily basis, for those of you guys on his team, okay? We're gonna reward you. And I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna do that yet, but at the end of this call, I'm gonna explain a few last things, okay? And I'm gonna be, you guys are gonna be excited about that. But I do want to, I want to help you to grow. We're here to help you grow. The people inside of the community at MLSP are here to help you grow. So again, last thing, you guys, don't worry about how you look. Just post a video every single day. It doesn't matter what you talk about. Today I went to church. I could share what I did at church. Today I went to the coffee shop. I could share about this little conversation at the coffee shop. I can share about, what my upline said over here. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be 10 minutes. It can be 1 minute. Share something. Share something. I think that was a really cool quote that I heard by Jim Rohn one time. Here's the deal. You got to go and share, give back, because when you do that, for instance, if I have this and then I'm moving on to the next point, I don't want this to be too long. If I have this thing and it's full, okay? I remember Jim Rohn said, if you have a glass and it's full of water, can you pour more water in there? And I was like, well, no. And he's like, yeah, you can, as long as you pour out first. And it was like, it's funny, we have these thought processes and we always think we're right in certain ways, but I didn't ever look at it in that light. Can I fill this up if it's already full? Well, yeah, I have to pour some out. What's that mean? While you're growing, while you're filling up your mental, capacity full of all of this good stuff, all of these good ideas, you need to be willing to pour out so you can keep filling it with new information, new ideas, new thoughts, okay? And I want you to understand that's exactly what sharing a video is going to do for you. It's going to allow you to grow more through simply sharing, pouring out so you can continue to fill yourself and your mind. So the next thing, you guys, the third thing, I need you to make a list. Okay, now no one likes making lists inside of MLSP. No one likes doing that at all. Me personally, I don't like doing that at all. I personally like to have people add themselves to my list. But the reality is, most people, when they get started in MLSP, they're not going to get all the leads in the world right away. You're not going to have the best result in the world. Again, this is what defines either the difference between a quitter and a person who actually goes on to succeed, right? You're not going to get the result you think you're going to get right away when you start these types of things, because they take a little bit of time. I like to tell people, give yourself 3 months. If you're actually being actively, you're actively pursuing generating leads using one of the systems or one of the methods inside of the MLSP platform, and you're not getting a result, and you're legitimately putting an hour to 2 hours a day, then yeah, you don't need it. But I promise you, if you do, you're going to get a result. And I promise you're going to start to generate leads. The first time you get a lead automated, you're going to be like, holy shit, this thing actually works. And then the next day, you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I actually got 5 leads. And then pretty soon you're going to keep moving and moving and moving. You're going to start to master a certain method or formula for generating leads online through one of the systems that the MLSP platform trains you on through 6- and 7-figure earners. All right, and they're going to show you how to do that. And long story short, you're going to get better and better and better and better, and you're going to get better and better and better results. But the reality is, it takes time. It takes a little bit of time and effort. That means give yourself 3 months. That's it. 3 months if you're legitimately building. Now, if you're not doing anything, don't kid yourself. Don't joke around with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't affirm to yourself, I'm generating 20 leads a day when you're not, because you're not. Like I love this quote so much, all right? Affirmation without action is the beginning of delusion. Affirmation without action is the beginning of delusion. You know, it's funny. You know, that's another thing that Jim Rohn said. He's like, you know, I'm a big believer in affirmation as long as you affirm the truth. If you're 40 and broke, say to yourself, I'm 40 and broke. You know, I mean, how much self-disgust does it take to go out and take some action, to go and do something? The miracle of the seasons, the sunshine, the soil, and the rain will not work in your favor unless there's action being taken. The miracle doesn't work without action. And so I promise you, if you use the system, use the training, use the marketing methods, you will get a result. All right? So in this case right now, when you're starting up an MLSP, the third step is obviously to make a list of 20 people that are network marketers or people that are business owners that you know. And most network marketers, they have a friends list of well over 100 plus network marketers on their friends list. What's that mean? 95% of them, I promise you, are failing inside of their business. They don't have any direction. Their uplines aren't helping them. They're not getting, you know, the value and the training and the tools and the systems that they need. So what do? You make their life better. You make their life better. You share something with them that I promise you will change their life, that you can guarantee that will change their life if they apply themselves. I mean, it's amazing how easy and how fast things move if you're taking action, if you're actually applying yourself. And if they apply themselves, they'll get the same result. What's that mean? You have to, that's literally you being able to build up a conviction in the platform. You're able to say this platform works because I've seen it work for me, I've seen it work for countless others, and I know it can work for you. 95% of network marketers are failing, so that means 95% of network marketers need MLSP. Now, for those, you know, those people that are, you know, the what do you want to call them? The cat's pajamas inside of MLSP, or excuse me, inside of their network marketing business that are well over a million. You get those people who join MLSP too. I wouldn't say they probably need them because they have systems that work for themselves and their business. That's totally fine. But for most people, they need it. What's that mean? If you make a list of 20 people, okay, 20 people, and share it, and you're miserable at sharing, okay, I guarantee you can get 2 started. Now, why 2? Why 2? 1 out of every 10. Why 2? Because that's going to pay for your platform and put an extra $50 in your pocket to start using to generate leads. That means use that to build traffic. You know, buy some Facebook ads. By the way, we train you on how to, you know, make some Facebook ads in the back office at MLSP. You make a Facebook ad for your respective business. You make a Facebook ad for MLSP. You make a Facebook ad for your, you know, brick and mortar. Doesn't matter. You're learning how to do that. You have an extra $50 cash to toss into it. So for every sale you make with MLSP, you earn $100 residually. That's it, $100. I mean, imagine that. Most businesses don't even pay that. You know, I mean, I think it takes, like, in the average business, literally in the most network marketing businesses, it takes anywhere from like 15 to 30 people to break even residually, break even on the product they're buying. Now, some it's a lot easier. You got the buy 3, get, you know, help 3, get 3 or whatever, or you got, you know, just 3 customers and your product's free, 4 customers and your product's free, right? Hold on one sec, you guys. And that's cool, but no one likes enrolling customers. Like, you know, a lot of people just don't. A lot of people just don't. So if you're actually serious about breaking even residually, it takes you anywhere from 15 to 30 people, I've noticed, okay? Now, that's not all companies, but it is. So long story short, here they pay $100 for every single mastery sale at $150. So 2 sales to break even, okay? 2 sales, that's it. So if you want to learn how to use a Facebook chat strategy after you make, you know, a list of 20 people, there's a Facebook chat strategy in the back office, or not the back office, the, what is it? Yeah, actually the back office as well. There's a Facebook chat strategy. I'm going to add both links. And then there's about 3 different videos that Lisa Torres did. She used it, didn't pay a single dollar on advertising, enrolled 200 people inside of MLSP. 200 people. 200 people using a free method, okay? If she used that exact same method, that means you can too. So I'm going to post the link after. Make a list of 20 people. Share it with 20 people. I guarantee you'll get 2 sales. Guaranteed. If you don't, well, then obviously you're not doing something right. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You know, you're not following the system. It's that simple, right? The next thing, the 4th thing, you guys. The 4th thing, all right, if you guys are all ready, listen to an audio daily in the back office of MLSP. or a video or a webinar. You know, it's pretty simple. If you have an iPhone or an Android, I don't know how those evil Android devices work. I have an iPhone, but however they work, you know, you basically, you know, turn it, you know, go to MLSP, log in through the internet browser. From that point on, you go to the training tab, you click on marketing strategies or training library. All right, from that point on, you know, if you want to rewind that, you can, just to remember it. From that point on, you click on a video that seems interesting to you. I mean, there are hundreds of them that are, I mean, thousands of them at this point. They've done one every single day since 2008. Since 2008. So you tell me. I mean, you've got hundreds and hundreds of videos on literally every single marketing method, marketing strategy you could possibly think of, mindset training, all right, how to be more productive, all right, how to be a better recruiter, how to build your business, whatever it may be, there's training in there. And there's so much value there that if you're not actually applying yourself and looking into the value a little bit, well, then again, you're wasting your money and you're wasting your time and my time. You know, so I don't want you to waste your time, waste your money, waste your, you know, the value that's inside of the back office. I need you to listen to an audio day. And seriously, I promise you it will change your life. A year from now, if you actually did that, see, while most people are in their cars driving to work listening to music or listening to some dude rant about the football game last night, I'm listening to audios. I'm listening to audios about, you know, how I can become a better person, how I can become a better leader, how I can become a better marketer. And that's what sets me apart from most people. What about you? What are you listening to all the time? Right? That 1 hour in the morning. It's funny, I was talking to this person who just quit with MLSP, and God forbid you quit with MLSP. I think it's a sad story because they didn't get their real value. They didn't actually apply themselves. Long story short, she just quit, and she was telling me, I've been trying to get through. She told me, I've been trying to get through the funnelizer training for 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks straight. What, you mean an hour-long video you've been trying to get through? What does that mean? Like I hate to be the guy who's like, you know, calling people out. I'm not going to say her name, but the reality is you're being serious. You couldn't do an hour. Like me in the morning, I have my own daily routine. In the morning while I'm getting ready for everything in the day, I toss an audio in. I get my jog in. I make my morning shake. I take a shower and pray. But all during that time, it's pretty simple to literally toss that audio in, put it in my headphones in, and just listen. Listen, grow. And that's, again, what sets me apart. So I need you to listen to an audio every single day. Every single day. Don't, in the mornings, it's the easiest time in the world. Whatever you're doing in the mornings, toss one in right when you get up and start listening. While you're getting ready, while you're on the john, while you're shaving, whatever it is that you're doing, listen. Please, I promise you, you'll be on a whole different level than everyone you ever knew simply by doing that. A year from now, you're going to be a completely different person. So the last thing I want to explain, all right, the 5 steps, all right, this is the 5th step. And I'm going to do a quick recap, and then I'm going to close out the call. The last thing is I want you to get plugged into our team page. I want you to get plugged into this system, okay? And I'll explain this system here in just a sec. But I need you to get plugged into the team page. So when you're making these videos, okay, and by the way, like I said, I'm going to add all the links at the end of this call, you know, for the ones that I showed you or talked about on that team page called the Marketing Elite. And also, actually, the Victory Tribe. Both of those groups are really, really good. And if you have a question that can't get answered on either of those, there's another group with about 17,000 members that's actually the My Lead System Pro official group. Okay, 17,000 members. I guarantee you'll get your questions answered. You know, you can plug into that group all the time. It's just a little too big for my liking. I like to keep my teams more personal. But every single day when you're posting in that group, I want you to be active. I want you to share a piece of your life. I want you to explain how you generated 5 leads that day using Periscope. You know, using Twitter. Why my post got 10 leads today, you know, as opposed to the 2 I got the previous day. What was it? Was it the headline? See, we're talking marketing here. I want you to share your marketing strategies. I want you to share your experiences. If you're having a hard time, post it in there, and someone's going to be willing to help you out. I guarantee it. Now, all of us have all the time in the world. I don't have the time in the world to hang out and, you know, talk to everyone and help them set up their own funnels, but someone will. Someone will. Okay, and if you get close enough to me and you're cool enough and you've got really nice teeth, no, I'm kidding. You know, if you're actually cool enough, okay, I will help you. I would love to help you. I don't have all the time in the world, but I would love to. But if I can't, that group is going to be your perfect hangout, your HubSpot. It's going to be our personal mastermind. Nick and I are going to start to on a daily basis. I haven't been doing it much from here on out because this is our first call. I'm going to start to post it up there, my marketing strategies, my blog posts, my life with you guys. What I'm doing to actually build my business now. This inner circle, honestly, like I want to charge for it. You know, but in the future, I think, you know, you guys you'll be worth a lot more in value in terms of, you know, built relationships to me than, you know, charging you for this. But I will probably charge for a future mastermind or something, all right? Long story short, this is going to be your HubSpot for marketing. Marketing. We're not talking network marketing. We're not talking business marketing. We're talking marketing. Strategies, headlines, funnels, conversions, things that are going to take your business and life to the next level, okay? So I need you to get plugged into that group. And when you do make your 7 videos, and for those of you guys who don't, shame on you. You don't need to worry about how you look. You need to make your videos, post them in the group. We're all going to be supportive anyways. It's going to help you to develop that confidence you need. And I promise you, by the end of 7 days, you're going to look a lot different on camera than you did on day 1. We just saw this guy named Timothy that's on Nick's team. You know, he's been making a video a day forever. Not you, Tim, but a different Tim. And this guy, you know, compared to when he started, compared to now, he looks a lot more natural. He's a lot better on camera. And that's a super, super high-paid skill if you can do it correctly, you know, to generate leads online. Right now, what I'm doing, what did I do? I spoke on a lot of cameras before, so now I'm fine on camera. I'm not, you know, shaking, crapping my pants, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do that anymore. So this group is what I need you to get plugged into. I need you to plug your videos and your systems and everything that you're learning and everything that you have, you know, in terms of questions into this group. I want you to be a part of this group and mastermind. It's a mastermind, treat it that way. Okay? And so, you know, the last thing, which is the system that I was talking about, this is still step 5, okay? You know, besides getting plugged into the team page, is getting plugged into this system. Every single Tuesday from here on out, we're going to have an opportunity call. Okay, we're going to keep those relatively short, around 30 minutes, hopefully. You know, we don't have someone like me on there talking 24/7. But every Tuesday, we're going to have a webinar, exactly like this, a hangout, probably 2 to 3 people on, and we're going to explain, you know, just give some background on MLSP, give some resources, give some trainings, give some tools, right? So Tuesdays are opportunity calls. What's that mean for you guys? I need you to get your 2 people. So if you're talking to those 20 people in step 3, if you're talking to those 20 people and you're having a hard time getting them closed, you know, getting to them to watch a video, say, here's the deal, man. I'm giving you one last chance. All right? If you don't take it, too bad. That sucks for you. You lost out. You missed out big time, buddy. Okay? Buddy. That word just sounds bad. Buddy. All right? Here's the deal. You know, on Tuesday, I'm going to send you a link. It's a YouTube. It's going to be live, and you can watch it. You don't have to speak. You're not going to be seen. You're not going to be heard, you know. You can be taking a shower while this thing's going on, okay? But it's going to be live, and there's going to be some people talking about how you can build your business online, how you can start to generate anywhere from 5 to 20 leads per day for your business, whatever it is. Because most people, you know, you get a lot of network marketers who try to talk to other network marketers, and they're both butting heads saying, I'm going to get this person started. Like, I was that guy. I was naive, right? And obviously that crap doesn't work. It doesn't, you know, because most people are very loyal to their company, very loyal to the brand. You know, Jeremiah, for instance, if I would have told you, hey, quit Kiani right now and start up with me, would you have done it?
Nah.
No, because the reality is it's too direct. It's way too direct. You know, most people, they're in love with their company. And if they're not, they're going to join you because they see you as the authority once you provide them with the platform MLSP. You know, which is actually what I kind of do now. And I know that actually Tim is going to do that here in a sec, you know, really soon. But my point is, if you go and try to directly share, you know, for instance, why your company's better, no one's going to join you. No one's going to care. Most marketers are struggling, though. So what's that mean? Instead of saying, hey, your company sucks, say, hey, your company's freaking phenomenal. I actually have friends in that company. I always relate to people. You know, actually, I have quite a few friends in that company, and they're doing pretty well. You know, they love the company. I see the value. You know, well, it works as a company that I would never join in a million years, but I do see the value in the company. I see the value in their products. Their products are actually really, really good. They get a lot of bigger people smaller. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they do. Those before and after results are insane. So what do? I relate. I have some friends in that company. Products are freaking phenomenal. But, you know, then I start to ask them questions about their business. I find out what their problems are. Everyone's got a problem inside of network marketing. And then I simply say, hey, you know, this Tuesday, you know, I may be able to help you out there. This Tuesday, I've got a call. You know, you don't have to be, you know, on the call. You just listen in, okay? And when I send you that link, you don't have to speak. You don't have to be heard. Nothing. None of that stuff. All you got to do is just listen in, because these guys are going to be talking about how you can generate 5 to 10 leads, 15 leads, 20 leads per day using a platform. Or don't even say platform. You know, I wouldn't even recommend that. I would just say, you know, for your business. That's all I'd say. You know, are you going to be there? Are you going to hop on? Yeah, I'll do it. And then don't forget to follow up with them, obviously. Follow up. The fortune's made in the follow-up. So follow up until they get on the call. Now, if you can get 3 people on a call, I guarantee you one of them is going to want to get started, especially when it's only $10 to get started. $10. That's it. All right? $10. If they decide to get started on MLSP, guess what that means? You literally got one person started, and now you're only paying $50 a month for the entire platform. Next week, you get another person started. Now you actually earn $50, and you get the platform. All right? And if you want to turn that to a serious income, well, then you're not stupid. Do the math, right? If you're not good at math like me, ask someone that's smart like Jeremiah to do the math. So that's the point, you guys. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. So my goal for you is to be on this Tuesday call. Yes, this Tuesday and every Tuesday from here on out. Don't even think twice about it. Always invite on to Tuesday, okay? And here's my goal for you. Get 3 people on every single Tuesday call. Watch your income increase by insane amounts. Now, if it takes, talking to 10 people to get 3 people on a call, do it. If it takes talking to 15 people in 15 people in a week and you can't succeed, I wonder why. If you can't actually share this, I know that door's like, I got like my cats and dogs running through there, and it's an open door. Anyways, check this out. If you can't talk to 15 people, then this business isn't for you. 15 people in a week. What's that mean? 1 to 2 a day? Like, you've got to be kidding me. Find out what their problem is, invite them onto a platform like this, and this is how I treat this as my kind of primary, because I'm not a network marketer. I'm not involved in a network marketing company, right? If you literally invite people onto this call, they get started, they see the value in MLSP, they view you as the authority, they're tired of the crap in their company, they're tired of the drama, they're not making money, their upline isn't helping them, whatever it is, they see you as the authority, and they decide to get started in your company, not because of the products, not because of the comp plan, but because of you. End of story. You. They get started for you. They want to be around you. They want you to be the person that mentors them. Okay? So that's kind of a cool way to get people started in network marketing, right? Provide a solution up front to help them build their current business, and then there you go. So that's Tuesdays. Write this in your calendar. Every Tuesday, don't miss it, 7 o'clock. All right? And if we need to change, if we're not getting it good enough numbers, we'll change it an hour ahead or an hour later. But for now, every single Tuesday, okay, at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. That's my time. So, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. And if you're in Australia, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what time that is. But, from here on out, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have that on Tuesdays, okay? Always make it a goal to get 3 people on the call. I guarantee your income's going to increase like crazy. Perfect. See, Tim's got he's got it down. He's put it up. Perfect. Take action, you guys. Do the exact same thing. So, Wednesdays, you guys. Wednesdays. And I'm going to actually walk you through this right now. Everyone needs to do it. Wednesdays. Okay? Now, I understand life gets in the way. Sometimes you can't make all these calls, but there's always going to be replays. Don't miss the replay. You miss the replay, it's on you. Your future is on you. Okay? So, Wednesdays, we've got these really cool things called MLSP Hangouts. And they go for usually about 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. Actually a little bit longer. The Hangouts themselves are a little bit longer. It's the wake-up calls that aren't too bad. Okay, so by the way, if you want to learn how to, get on the wake-up calls, pretty simple. You go to My Lead System Pro in the back office. You just go to training, down to training wake-up call podcast. You can listen to all the wake-up calls if you want to listen to an audio daily, right? To learn how to listen to an audio daily. I'm going to write that all down, put it in the page here after. Okay, but on Wednesdays, there's a webinar. And actually, this Wednesday is going to be the biggest webinar that we've ever had. Like, I'm not kidding. And these pets are going nuts. This Wednesday is going to be the biggest webinar we've ever had. A guy by the name of Ray Higdon is actually going to be on it. So for those of you guys who don't know who Ray Higdon is, one of the top industry leaders, like in the industry, he this summer he actually broke $1 million in 1 month. 1 month he broke $1 million dollars in 1 month. Okay, this guy obviously knows what he's doing. He's actually a part of the MLSP platform, and so he's actually going to be there hosting the call along with Brian Finale, one of the co-founders of MLSP. They're going to talk about this Wednesday, the biggest launch in the history of MLSP. Okay, you can register for that right now, which I'm actually going to have everyone that is on their computer. You can. I think you can continue to listen to this while you're doing it. Yeah, you can. So the first thing I want you guys to do right now, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes tops to do this, okay? I want you to go to MLSP, okay, MLMLeadSystemPro.com, log in right now. Do it. How long is this thing? It's
I don't know, man.
Like quite a bit.
On a roll.
I think Nick's butt's starting to hurt just sitting on that thing. It's like his this countertop.
I need a lazy boy over here.
I'm already signed up for that, eh?
Perfect, perfect. All right, so anyone else who's not signed up, go to MLSP right now, log in. Once you're logged in, literally on the home page, if you're not on home, you're going to click home. Right there, you're going to see whatever it takes. Join us live this Wednesday as MLSP puts a dent in the universe. Sounds kind of cool, huh? You click on that link right there. I'm pretty sure. And you go register. It says official MLSP sites launch happening this Wednesday. Register me now. I want you to click register. I want you to register. They're going to send you some follow-up emails to, once the date and the time rolls around. Long story short, you don't want to miss this. Even if you're not too interested in starting your own website, which, by the way, they host, they take care of you in the training. To have your own website's really cool. In terms of content, it's really, really cool. In terms of putting up value, it's really, really cool. It's like you're stacking these bricks and you're building this empire over time. Okay? Having your own website is really, really nice. And if you don't know how to do all that stuff, you don't have to worry about it. MLSP is going to hook you up. This Wednesday on the 4th, they're actually launching sites for every single MLSP member, okay, which Nick and I already got access to because we went to the event in August. However, for everyone else, all of you guys, this Wednesday, you're going to be able to literally create your own website, get all the training, get all the tools, the hosting, which by the way costs money. Like all this stuff costs money. They have like over like $2 to $3 grand worth of products and services just to create your own website back there. Like if you were to actually go and do it on your own, if you were to actually go buy, use #1 WordPress and go buy the plugins and go buy the themes, which I've done in the past, you were going to spend anywhere from $2 to $3 grand just to get all the plugins and all the themes that they provide. But they provide it through MLSP, which is extremely cool. And on top of that, they provide the training from people who've used websites to generate leads every single day. So like is this all starting to make sense now? It's pretty impressive, you guys. This Wednesday, I want you to register for that. Now that you've registered for that, okay, the last thing. So 3 days per week. This is all I ask of your time, about a total of 3 hours. 3 hours tops, okay? It is this Thursday after Wednesday. You want to register for that and actually continually to do that every single Wednesday. But the Thursdays are reserved for team masterminds. Okay, team masterminds. So it's not just going to be me, Tim, and Jeremiah all the time. It's going to be a bunch of different people. People who have success stories, all right? People who have success stories. And that success story may be as big as I just generated my first lead ever online. And that's a huge deal. Like for those of you guys who've never generated a lead on autopilot, that's a big deal. Because what's that mean? Now you're going to actually have some more free time. You don't have to sit there trying to wonder how you're going to get that dude's number in Walmart to add him to your list so you can hit him up, a week later. Hey, bro, you down for an opportunity? You keep your options open? Like, dude, we're not trying to do that crap here. It sucks, man. I didn't like doing it. Nick didn't like doing it. Nick has a hilarious story. This old lady at what was it, like the dollar store?
No, it was the dollar store. So this was like one of the first times I was cold prospecting, and I was debating either going into the UPS store or the dollar store. So I walked in the dollar store. I'm like roaming around through the aisles, pretty damn nervous because I'd never done this before. My hands are sweating. I grab a box of Milk Duds off the aisle just because I didn't want to look awkward not buying anything. Walk through the checkout, hand it to her, and this lady, she's about like 80 to 90 years old, right around there. Looked like she'd been working there for about like 40 years or something. And I asked her, I said, hey, do you keep your options open, outside of here when it comes to making more money? Something like that. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was really corny. And she says, do I have to do any of those like home meetings and parties and stuff? And I'm like, not if you don't want to. I mean, you can do it different ways. And she's like, no, I'm good. No thanks. So I was like, oh, God, and that kind of crushed me. But that was a good experience, you guys. And I was just like, there's no way in hell I'm ever doing this again.
So long story short, Nick and I have like this thing where like we don't really like cold prospecting because 9 times out of 10 people don't want to be, and they can sense that you're there to try to sell them something. So what's cool about this, is the fact that you're going to actually be able to learn how to generate leads online because people want to be on your list, right? And that's super, super valuable and super, super important. So I'm going to do a quick recap after we do all this. But Thursdays are our team mastermind. So that's our system. That's our system. Okay? Get plugged into the group page. Share value. Share information. Share your life. We want to know you. Like, we really do actually want to know you. If you share enough value, you know what's going to happen? You're going to start to build a following through the MLSP brand. And guess what? If you do, there's a whole bunch of network marketers. I don't care. I don't consider it cross-recruiting. There's a whole bunch of network marketers who are going to be involved in this group too, who may just see some value in you, who may just see that you're the type of person that they resonate with, that their story and their message is, you know, kind of like yours, and they're going to be like, God, I really like this Jeremiah kid. God, I really like this Tim kid. God, I really like this Nick kid. I'm going to hit him up, see what network marketing company he's in, see what business he's running. I might even just join it because I'm not really happy over here at Isogenics. I'm not really happy here at Amway where I don't make any money, or even worse, ACN. Sorry for those of you guys who are on ACN and Amway. You know, so that's the reality. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are going to see value in you and your story, and they might even want to join you in your respective business. MLSP, however, we don't cross-recruit members inside of the MLSP platform. We can recruit people who are, you know, involved, whatever. But what's that mean? You've got to be able to share and provide real value. And that takes a little bit of effort. But guess what? After 7 days of making those videos, what's going to happen? You're going to be a whole lot better. You're going to be a whole lot more confident. You're actually going to have some serious, you know, a little bit of skill anyways, and some serious value you can add. Okay? So Thursdays, team trainings, team training, team training. You can also invite prospects onto that call because they're going to see value in the team. They're going to be like, holy crap, who are these kids? This is cool. I like the MLSP platform. Awesome. I'll join. Okay? You can actually invite other members, but this is a specific day to train on, you know, lead generation, storytelling. Maybe, you know, in one day we'll do some Instagram training. Another day we'll simply tell stories. The next day we'll do some Facebook training, Facebook ads, you know, YouTube marketing, strategies, you know, whatever it may be. We'll train you on Thursdays. That's our mastermind. That's going to be from here on out every single Thursday. And this is all, by the way, at 7, except for, let's see here. What about the MLSP webinar on Wednesday? What day is that, or what time is that normally? That's normally 7. So it's all the same times, you guys. All of the same exact times. Every single day from Tuesday through Thursday, your calendar is booked. If you're serious about your business. If you're not, go have fun. You know, and by fun I mean go you know, do whatever you do on a Thursday night, which is usually Netflix, right? Or work. If you're working, then I respect. But if you're not working, all right, you're building your business. You're learning how to build your business, getting on these calls, getting on these webinars. So again, Tuesday opportunity, make an effort to get 3 people there. All right, if you can get 3 people on every single call, like you're gonna make an extra $2,000 on the side of your business at all times. Like, you're gonna make an extra $2,000 every single month on the side of your business. $100 a sale, you guys, like $10 to get started, right? So Tuesdays, make an effort to get 3 people there. Wednesdays, be there every single week. Register. Thursdays, be there every single week. Be on this Google Hangout. And we're going to have different people sharing different things with you, different stories, different strategies, different methods. If I learn that Jeremiah signed up 4 people in his respective company this week because he generated 20 leads, 30 leads, I'm going to ask him to be on that call and share how he did it. And guess what? You're going to learn how to do that too. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be that platform, the system to take you and your life and your business to the next level. So, again, you guys, I'm going to do a quick recap, and then we're going to, you know, close this call out. The first thing I want you to do, and I'm going to post this in the group page, okay, is watch the training video when you get started. If you have a new member get started, watch the Lisa Torres training video. Now, this is going to change in the future, maybe. If I decide I'm inspired enough to actually go and do this stuff. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not, because this is a pretty thorough training. It's an hour long. Tell them not to get started with the Start Here tab inside of MLSP. It's a little intimidating. No one ever finishes it. I didn't finish it. I don't even think I went through it in the beginning. I kind of just like played around with things, right? But I wasn't really intimidating. For me, a lot of people it is. So, number 1, Lisa Torres training video. Number 2, video every single day for 7 days. Post that up in the group page. Okay? Please, please, please do not fail to do this. For those of you guys that do, okay, and I see that you did it consistently for 7 days. I don't know exactly what we're going to offer, but I'm going to give you some sort of value, some sort of bit of my time, maybe a little bonus that I wouldn't give someone else, okay? And we're going to be able to do that. Like, seriously, like, I want to see you grow and progress, okay? And the second thing, or excuse me, the third thing is make a list of 20+ network marketers or business owners, whatever it may be, all right, who need the value inside of MLSP, and then, you know, obviously get them on a call. You know, one of these calls, or you can just simply share with them a video in the back office of MLSP. Okay? Pretty simple. Now, if you need the training, there's training on the Facebook chat strategies. Okay? And for those of you guys within the next 10 days, the one that recruits the most, I'm going to help you set up your own personal funnel, okay, for your respective business or MLSP, depending on what you want to do. Now, here's the deal. The reason that's so valuable is because most people don't know how to set up a funnel. Most people, they can go through the training. It still takes time. It still takes effort. It still takes kind of learning and tweaking here and there and whatever, right? Nick and I, we've been doing it for years now, and we kind of understand what funnel is going to convert a little bit more than previous. If you want to look at one of our funnels, you probably can if you just click on one of our links. But long story short, for the person who recruits the most people in the next 10 days, which, by the way, it's not that hard. Just do the numbers. You do the math. It's pretty simple stuff, you guys. 1 out of every 10 if you suck. 3 out of every 10 if you're okay. 5 out of every 10 if you're actually halfway decent, and just show the MLSP platform in the right light. That's it. Like, anyways, if you can do that, I'm gonna spend an hour and a half with you this next week after 10 days is up, and I'm gonna see who's recruiting the most, basically based on the group page when you're sharing, adding people to the group. For who has, okay, I'm gonna set up an entire time for us to actually set up your very own funnel that converts. Now, if it doesn't convert too well, because I'm still not, a guru just yet, then what I'll do is I'll hop on there, we'll see your conversion rates, and we'll help you tweak it until you get better and better conversions. So whether you want it for your respective network marketing company or MLSP, I'm going to help you to do that. Okay, and then obviously for Nick's team, he's going to help you to do that thing too, but he's going to spend 5 hours of his time. No, I'm kidding. 5 whole hours setting up a funnel. No, it really shouldn't take more than 15 minutes to set up a funnel. But obviously, to make it halfway decent, we're going to spend about an hour to an hour and a half. Okay? So for those of you who recruit the most, it's pretty simple. By the way, you recruit the most, that's an extra $100 in your pocket. Like, I don't get any money in that. This is not a team building. This is a leadership platform. This is to help you become a leader and recruit like a freaking monster. All right? So that's the third thing. The fourth thing, listen to on Audio Daily. Now I'm going to give you, in the team page, I'm going to actually toss the links up there, or in this case, the step-by-step formula for getting to all the audios, getting to the podcast, getting to the training, getting to those areas where you can figure out what you want to listen to daily. You do that, they're going to be a completely different freaking person. And then the fifth thing, getting plugged into the system. So the system, getting plugged into the page, sharing stuff with the page, sharing value with the page, okay? Tuesday opportunity calls, Wednesday webinars with MLSP, and then Thursdays are mastermind trainings, okay? Masterminds. And that's it. Like, that is it. That's the start of training. Sounds kind of complicated because I give a lot of stories, but I like to toss that in there because I think you guys kind of, see the real value in the things that I'm talking about now, right? So what do you guys think? Unmute yourselves real quick. I know I was ranting for a while.
I'm all up for it. I hope that people see the vision in MLSP, and I hope that either way, with like I said, like with whatever network marketing company or with whatever you decide to do in any business, that the trainings, like, really, I think that's what's really important, and like what's really a benefit to anybody is the amount of trainings that you get, or the amount of tools that you have accessible through MLSP. Like you said, like, you could generate leads in your sleep. Like, who doesn't want to do that? Like, especially for me being in an MLM, like, I have to recruit. Like, it's not just me, but like, I have to meet a quota. So I have to go out there, and I have to utilize my skills. But the skills that I've developed was all through MLSP, which anybody can tune in on a call. Anybody can get on a 15-minute call to develop their self skills, their self development. Which I think anybody who wants to have a good business, they need to grow themselves in order for their business to grow, which MLSP is a perfect way to help start.
Solid. What about you, Tim? What do you think?
Bar none. If you're a network marketer, if you're a marketer of any type, if you're a direct salesman, if you're in any type of business ownership whatsoever, MLSP will teach you how to bring people to you, not you chasing people. Okay? And that is just like, that's my bar none. Like, if you want people coming to you, MLSP, go. That's it.
Boom. All right, perfect. I appreciate you guys. I feel like I was almost like, are these guys going to be like, so if you're inside of a network marketing company and you're not happy with your specific network marketing company, now, boy, do I got the deal for you. Anyway. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. For those of you guys who are watching this, and for those of you who are going to be watching on the replay, I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for actually being able to handle this ugly face right behind.
And on the next ones, I'll be talking a little more, not lurking in the background.
Lurking. I did set this up, and I was like, Nick, you're not going to talk. No, anyways. In the future, we're going to have, like I said, different people speaking, sharing stories. Nick's going to be on them. These guys are going to be on them in the future. And with that, okay, go through those 5 steps. The next thing I want you to do is just check out the group page for the 5 steps and the actual links if you do need them. Okay? And just plug into the calendar. Toss every single one of those days in your calendar. If you do this, you watch your business and your life, change rapidly. Like seriously, rapidly. 3 months from now, your life could look completely different. But that's up to you, right? So thank you again for your time. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and we will see you guys this Tuesday. Be sure to invite as many people as you can. For those of you who do recruit the most, all right, you actually get my personal help to set up your very own personalized sales funnel using MLSP, which is a really, really cool thing, you guys. I want to charge. I'm not going to. I just want to see which one of you guys is committed to your future here in MLSP. So with that, we'll see you on another video, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.
All right, right on. Take care, y'all.